Today we're doing a deep dive into just one painting, but it is a really haunting one from the 19th century.
Gustave Doré's Les Sauterelles, which translates to the Acrobats.
Exactly. And our sources all point to it being this profoundly dark, emotional scene of a family of performers facing, well, an absolute calamity.
Right, but what's really incredible is what's hidden inside it. The way Doré used geometry and, some really deep symbolism to just ramp up that tragedy.
That's our mission today. We're going to uncover how all these compositional secrets work to turn this private pain into something bigger. Okay, let's unpack this.
So the scene itself is just gut-wrenching. Doré himself confirmed it's about the injury, or more likely the death of the young child in the family.
And you feel the poverty immediately, the ragged walls, that gloomy sky. But then you've got this wild contrast with the mother's clothes.
Yeah, the gold crown, the embroidered mantle, even a ballerina's slipper. It's her performance gear.
The tension there between their reality and the facade they have to put on, it's just devastating.
And what's fascinating here is how he uses these little clues to tell a bigger story.
Yeah.
The mother's mantle, for instance, tells us she's not just an acrobat.
She's a fortune teller.
She's a fortune teller, which explains the playing cards scattered on the ground. But it's the one card you can really see that matters.
The Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades, which, traditionally symbolizes trouble, disaster, even death. It's foreshadowing the entire tragedy right there.
And then right next to the cards, there's a chained owl. That's so deliberate.
Oh, completely. The owl is classical wisdom, but here it's literally restrained. It's like prudence or good judgment was ignored, or maybe just caged.
Caged by their need to survive, to take risks as performers.
Exactly. It's a brutal narrative. But the geometry, that's what holds it all together.
Yeah.
It stops it from just being, sentimental chaos. This whole scene is rigorously structured. The impact is definitely not an accident.
Wait, so you're saying this tragic, really messy-looking scene is actually built on a perfect, calculated grid? Doesn't that sort of risk making the emotion feel a little mechanical?
You'd think so, but no. It actually provides the structure for the emotion to build on. If you look, the main figures, the mother, child, and father, are all placed precisely within this core structure.
And that's made up of what? The rebated squares and the diagonals.
Yeah, think of the rebated squares as these nested boxes that just force your attention onto the family. And the diagonals form a huge St. Andrew's cross right across the canvas. Putting them there maximizes their importance.
Right, that's the engineering part. And those steep diagonals, they create this really fast, dramatic energy. It's like skiing down a steep hill, it feels urgent.
Precisely. And that fast, chaotic energy from the human drama is then balanced against the calm stability of the vertical line.
The line running right through the father.
Yes, it connects points on his body right to the strong corner of that building behind him. It projects his strength, his role as the anchor in all this chaos.
You know, this idea of intentional mastery, this kind of structural language, is exactly what a lot of our source material shows artists feel is missing from their education. Most aspiring artists want career stability, but inadequate institutional instruction often blocks them. So we explore these structured principles so that they can learn foundational techniques and, build successful careers. We saw these accounts from graduates who just felt lost.
Right? They had to spend years trying to reverse engineer this kind of knowledge on their own.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, Doré's work proves that this technical structure and deep personal meaning aren't two separate things.
Not at all. They feed each other. The geometry doesn't make the sorrow feel fake. It frames it. It actually makes you, the viewer, feel the tragedy even more intensely.
When Les Sauterelles was first shown, some people just wrote it off as being dark or disturbing. But by looking deeper past that surface, we found this incredible organization and profound empathy.
All there if you know how to look.
So our final thought for you is this. What complex truth are you maybe avoiding in your own life or your work right now, just because the surface seems too dark or difficult to really study? Sometimes the deepest meaning is hidden in those shadows.